Hi and welcome to Element Z3, the wartime diary of Eliza Beale. Second World War evacuee. Thursday, 31st August 1939. Dear Diary, today has been simply awful. This afternoon, Mom told me that the government is becoming increasingly concerned about the threat of war and that they have served an evacuation notice. London is no longer considered safe, so we need to move to the countryside. Can you believe it, diary? I can't. At first, I thought that we would all be going together, and I even got excited about the idea of family holiday. I started imagining days on the beach. However, one look at Mom's tear-filled eyes made me realize how wrong I was. We don't own 2 suitcases, so George and I have a pillowcase each that we have filled with clothes and a few biscuits for the train. He doesn't understand what's happening and is getting excited about the adventure that Mom told him we are going on. I wish that I were George. As I lie here trying to sleep, my mind is spinning. I tried my best to get more information from Mom, like how long we are going away for or where we are going. But my multitude of questions were met with a sad silence. All I know is that we must get up early tomorrow morning to go to Waterloo Station. Eliza. Dear Diary, Friday, 1st September 1939 morning. I am writing to you from the train station. It feels as though my world has been turned upside down. Last week I was worrying about needlework classes, and now I am here with an uncomfortable tag dangling around my neck as if I am a piece of luggage. The tag even says my full name on it, Eliza Beale. I tried explaining to the women who labeled me that everyone calls me Eliza, but she just looked at me with pity and briskly shouted for the next child. I have decided to hide it underneath my gas mask box. That way, people will have to ask me for my name instead of reading it from a label. There are hundreds of us here. All of the teachers from school are with us, but our parents weren't allowed any further than the station barrier. It was heartbreaking saying goodbye. We have been told that our school will be getting on the next train, but we don't know how long that will be. I'm so hungry. I'm regretting giving George my biscuits, but he looked so sad at the time that it felt like the right thing to do. At least he stopped telling me that he doesn't want to go on an adventure anymore. Eliza. Dear Diary, Friday, 1st September 1939 evening. Was it only this morning when we last spoke? The train journey was horrible. We were all packed in so tightly that I could scarcely breathe. Whenever I've been on a train before, I felt queasy, but this time was so much worse. At one point, I thought I was going to be sick into my pillowcase. After what felt like hours, we arrived in a small town. All of the children were shepherded to the town hall and given a drink. Before long, adults started coming in and picking children. Luckily, George and I were picked together. The lady who took us with her is called Mrs. Farthing, and she lives in a grand house on the outskirts of the town. By the time we had walked there, it was very dark. I carried George most of the way because he was struggling to stay awake. When we arrived, Mrs. Farthing explained that she had two sons who were already in bed and that her husband, Mr. Farthing, was out tending to the animals. It turns out that Mr. and Mrs. Farthing live on a farm. They've got cows, sheep, pigs, chickens, 2 horses, and a donkey. She says that we can even go and help to take care of the animals tomorrow. Currently, I'm curled up in bed trying to sleep. George is snoring softly in the bed next to me. We both wept a little when we realized that Mom couldn't tuck us in. It's terribly difficult being away from her, but at least we have each other. I've promised him that I would look after him just as a big sister should. Eliza. Questions. The government is becoming increasingly concerned. Which of the following is closest in meaning to the word concerned? Number the events from 1 to 4 to show the order that they happened in. Look at the paragraph beginning, "I'm writing to you from the train station." Find and copy one word which means the same as quickly. Why did Eliza and George have to pack their possessions into pillowcases? On which day did Eliza give her biscuits to George? Compare how Eliza is feeling as she is writing her first diary entry to how Eliza is feeling as she is writing her last diary entry. Explain why you think that the author has chosen to use diary entries to tell the story of Eliza. Before long, adults started coming in and picking children. How do you think the children were feeling at this point? Explain your answer. All of the children were shepherded to the town hall. What impression does this give you of the events following the arrival of the train? Think about what you know about Eliza. What might she write in a diary entry for Saturday, 2nd September 1939? In time, answer for 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Answers for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Here are the rest answers. Thank you for staying tuned. We are always thankful for the best thing that we have been blessed with. Do like, share and subscribe. Take care. Thank you.